The goal of homeownership is as American as apple pie. Pie. Now that pie's on my mind, let's talk about how pie can help you decide whether to rent or buy a home. I'm Patrick, your Pennymac loan expert, serving up today's slice of Bring It Home. When you want some pie, you're faced with an important question. Do you want to get just a slice or a whole pie? A slice costs less in the moment, but having a whole pie of your own has its advantages, like having pie for tomorrow and the next day. Renting is like that slice of pie. It costs less upfront, but it doesn't have the advantages of owning your own home, like having an investment for your future. Cost is an important factor. When you buy a home, you need to pay for your down payment and your closing costs upfront. And then you have ongoing costs such as property taxes, insurance, and repairs. Of course, there's certainly an upside to paying for these costs because as you pay into your home, it's likely to gain value, which means you're growing that equity, which means cash you can tap into later, either in the form of a home equity loan, a cash out refinance, or simply by selling your home. You may also benefit from tax deductions on some of those costs, which also mean more cash in your pocket. And when you have a good payment history on your mortgage, it can certainly help your credit score go up, which means better rates for a car loan or a new mortgage further down the road. To figure out if it's the right time to take on the cost of purchasing, or if it's better to wait and rent for a bit longer, you can calculate your price to rent ratio. Simply take your home's listing price and divide that by your annual rent. If your price to rent ratio is less than 15, it's a good time for you to buy. If the ratio is over 20, you may want to hold out and consider renting for a bit longer. For further number crunching, Pennymac has a handy mortgage calculator that compares the cost of renting versus buying. But cost isn't everything. You also want to factor in your sense of stability. While a landlord can raise your rent by who knows how much every year, typically the principal and interest of your monthly payment on a fixed rate mortgage never changes. A landlord can also decide to sell your home or not to renew your lease. When you buy your own home though, you get to decide when to sell. Back to our pie, when you only get a slice, you have to stick to whatever type of pie is available. However, when you purchase a whole pie, you can order exactly what you want. Same goes for renting. You have to stick to whatever home style and upgrades your landlord chooses. But when you buy your own home, you get to choose your home improvements and upgrades to make your space exactly how you want it. Just remember that those home improvements take time and effort, so you have to be ready to take them on. But if you keep your eyes on the prize, then you can reap the many rewards of home ownership. I hope this helped make it as easy as pie to know if renting or buying is right for you. No matter how you slice it, we'll be here to answer your home ownership questions so you can bring it home with confidence.